time. Back to the time of the Old West. Now then, during this time, the West was overrun with the most ruthless gunslingers you've ever seen. That's right, the notorious Brandon brothers. Let's bring them on into Western Town with a big fantasy island boo, everybody. That's right, boo the bad guys. Give them all your boos. Now these mangy outlaws have been walking around the West looking for refuge, a place to hide out. And these guys heard that not only was the Marshal of Western Town out of town, but so was Doc Holliday. Well now, ain't that just wonderful? There ain't no law in this town at all. In fact, from what they can see, there ain't nobody here but a bunch of goofy-looking townspeople. Well, anyway, figuring this was the perfect town to hang out in, these two decided to head on into the Golden Nugget and wet their whistles. Now, even though those Brandon boys thought this town was empty, well, there was one thing they didn't know. Sure, the Marshal is out of town, but in his absence, keeping the law around here is none other than the rootin', tootin', highfalutin' queen of the Old West, Miss Calamity Jane herself. All right there, CJ. Now stop hogging the spotlight. Y'all know everybody loves you. Well, as everybody knows, when the Marshal is out of town, Calamity Jane here, or CJ for short, is in charge. And while the Marshal is away, well, CJ here had a very, very important job to do. Her job was to not only hire, but train a brand new deputy. Yes, sir. And his name is Deputy Andy. Now, let's get him out here and take a look, shall we? I want everybody on the count of 3 to yell out, Deputy Andy, get out here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Deputy Andy, get out here. What the? Hey, what's going on here? Deputy Andy, what in the world do you think you're doing? All right, that's enough now. Well, I gotta say, I've seen a lot of entrances here in Western Town, but that one takes the cake. All right now, Calamity Jane, let's get started here. Deputy Andy, attention. Now stand up tall, feet together, arms at your sides, chest out. Very good. Now the first thing you gotta learn is how to stand up against a bad guy. So, CJ, show him how to do it. Stand there, arms at your sides, ready to draw, and look him dead in the eye, and when you're ready, you're gonna pull your gun and... Hey, where are you going? No. You don't wanna run and hide. That's what a coward does. Now you get back out here in the street pronto. Well, CJ, that didn't work too well. Let's try something else. Let's try the fast draw. Yes, sir. All right. Now stand there with your hand at your side, and you're getting ready to draw your gun. And here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Might have worked out a little better there for you, Andy, if you remembered to hold on to the gun. CJ, I gotta tell you, I got some bad news. I don't think Deputy Andy here is gonna cut it. What about you folks? You think he's gonna make a good deputy? Well, I'm sorry, Deputy Andy. I know you've tried your best, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to let you go. In other words, you're fired! Oh, brother, I was afraid this might happen. Those Brandon boys showing up, and Calamity Jane ain't got no help except for Deputy Andy. Well, those Brandon brothers figured Deputy Andy here was a bit of a joke, so they decided to give Deputy Andy a few lessons of their own. The rules to a fair fight. And here they are. Well, rule number 1. there can't be none of this. And there definitely can't be none of this. And most importantly, there can never be none of this. Oh, now poor Deputy Andy. He went and lost his first fight. Well, Calamity Jane there helped Deputy Andy into the marshal's office to recover, and those Brandon boys were just riding high on the hog, figuring they were in charge of the town now. But hey, wait a minute, you guys. How do you know that Deputy Andy ain't just fooling with you? Maybe he's really fast on the trigger. You never know. Well, that there got these two varmints a-thinking. Maybe they better get some help. Some reinforcements just in case Calamity Jane is trying to slip the wool over their eyes with this Deputy Andy character. So let's see. Any of you kids out there that want to become an official bad guy and help out the Brandons, you just raise your hands nice and high in the air. That's it. Nice and high now. There we go. All right, boys. I'd say pick a few of them anyway. How about, yeah, that one right there. Yeah, that's good. And, yeah, okay. And maybe one more. How about, him? That's great. Perfect. Now, even though they're helping out the bad guys, let's have a big round of applause for our new gunfighters, folks. Well, what a motley-looking crew this is. You Brandon boys ought to be pleased. Okay, now, kids, listen up. Here's what we're gonna do. We're all gonna go over there to that there marshal's office, and we're gonna call out that there Calamity Jane and Deputy Andy. Ready? Let's go. All right, now, kids. On the count of 3, we're gonna yell out nice and loud, Calamity Jane and Deputy Andy, get out here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, this was it, the standoff. And I gotta tell you, I'm feeling a mighty bit nervous. And it looks to me like Deputy Andy finally found his courage, as he stepped up and challenged those bad guys to a fight, just the way Calamity Jane showed him. Now, kids, you do exactly what they do. Ready? Here we go. First, right leg crosses left, and then back. Good. Now, left leg crosses right and back. Again. Right leg over left and back. Left leg over right and back. One more time. Here we go. All together. Do-si-do. Now swing your partner round and round. Yeah! Get him there, big boy. Get him. Pretty smart thinking there, Deputy Andy. If you can't fight him, get him to dance. Hey there, CJ. Better get them kids out of the street or there's gonna be some trouble. Go on, kids. Get back to your seat as quick as you can, and thanks for the help. Okay, folks, looks like we're gonna have us a shootout. Justice and the American way has been restored to Western Town. Let's have a big round of applause for our cowboys.